So, how's everyone doing? Artist of Strong Style here to give you another deck profile of my Monarch deck. Every single deck that I have done, whether if it's the same deck or not, there's always different kind of methods and ways I have made the deck, and I'm going to show you every single one I have done. Because, yeah, that's just my thing. Everything I do, I'm just willing to show you guys. Rather if, you guys like it or not, who cares? I'm just willing to show you guys. So this Monarch, okay, so there are different kind of versions of how you want to play the Monarchs. Whether you want to play by sending cards away, destroying the back row, destroying the monsters, destroying the face down cards, taking away cards from your opponent's hand, or banishing. Me, what I like to do is banishing. Now, if you saw the other Monarch deck I made, yeah, there were like two things, right? It was discarding cards away, which would be the Stalos, taking away cards from your opponent's hand, and then banishing, which would be Caius. So a friend gave me an idea. Why don't you run, it's just depending on one method. Only one. And just do it on that Monarch. So it would be, yeah, you're dealing with only one Monarch. And out of the methods of what I showed you. So what's my method? Banishing. So that I'd be using Caius. So this deck is going to be around using just Caius. So, my thing is on Caius. And I love Caius because he's my number one favorite. My number one Monarch. If I had to count a second, my number two, I would count it as Ryza. Sending away cards away. So, how I made this, it's going to be depending on using Caius. And it's completely almost a dark deck. It's dark. So I made this deck, it's going to be a dark deck. So, further ado, here we go. So you're going to see how different this is. Okay, so you're going to go with Erebus. Okay, between Erebus and Ether, those are like the two best ones to run with. That you want to start off with. I go Erebus. Okay, maybe a 28 attacker and a 8-star defensor, but he can be done by one tribute as long as you're tributing a tributed monster. What's interesting about his effect is, okay, sending away a card from your opponent's hand, field, or graveyard, send it right back. Here's the thing with Erebus. It does not target. As well as also, first you must send away a magic or trap of different names from your deck on into the graveyard. You have that effect. That's Erebus. I would go with Erebus instead of Ether. Ether, no doubt good. But with Ether is okay, yeah. You have that out, you're going to special summon out a monster, right? But the effect's negated, so there's really no point. I mean, no doubt, Ether is good. But I would go with Erebus because you want to have an effect already. Not just, okay, yeah. Like I just said, yeah. Ether, bring out a monster, effect's negated. But the effect is just bringing out another monster. Why not have an effect when you can do something more better? So Erebus is what I would go with. So, yeah, you see in this one, there's going to be no Ether. So it's only Erebus. And then my other Monarch, besides Caius, which, yeah, I'm going to show you Caius, is the new one that came out. Edios of the Underworld Monarch. He may be a 24 and 1,000 defenser. But that doesn't matter to me. So, this is what he does, and this is one of the new support cards that came out for the Monarchs. If this card has no more special summon, you can add one Monarch spell, trap, or even a monster with 28 attack, 1,000 defense from your deck or graveyard. Add it right back to your hand. Get it to your hand. Interesting card you do to use. Its other effect, if it's in the graveyard, and you would intend to in your graveyard, you do it, you can get this card right back onto the field or in your hand. And remember, when normal special summon, so even if you special summoned it, get your searcher. So it's like a little search, help you out. Now that's all just the Monarchs. Now we're talking about Caius. So, Mega Caius, okay. Mega Caius. When summon out, banish a card. You take 1,000 points of damage you're going to give to your opponent. 1,000 points of damage you're going to give to your opponent. no matter what card it is. Magic, trap, face up, whatever, face down cards, whatever it is. Give your opponent 1,000 points of damage. Now, if you tributed a dark monster, and your tributor was a dark monster, which, yeah, dark, you're going to get 2 banishes. But it's still only 1 for 1,000 points of damage. So even if you banish 2, it's not going to be like 1,000 points of damage, 1,000 points of damage. No, it's only considered just 1. Here's the thing also about Caius. Is it could be done by 1 tribute also. So, yes, Caius. Now, okay, this is how it's going to get a little more different. The original normal Caius. The original, because this is Caius. The original 24 and 1,000 defense are Caius. When tribute summoned, banish away 1 card on the field. Now, if you banish a dark monster, if you banish one of your opponent's dark monsters, you're going to give your opponent 1,000 points of damage. As long as you banish a dark monster. So sometimes what I do is, okay, banish a dark monster, right? So sometimes what I do, a combo I do, is, okay, let's say your opponent's down to 700 life points. Tribute, Caius, banish itself. I banish my own monster, but what is the effect? Inflict 1,000 points of damage to your opponent if you banish away a dark monster. Banish itself. Give your opponent 1,000 points of damage, game over. No Vanity's Fiend, no Majesty's Fiend. That's it, you see? No Dark Arm Dragon. This is just depending on Caius. So, let's go with Mithra. Now, here's the thing about Mithra that I was never told. And I never started playing this until I figured out what Mithra does. So yeah, first, okay, special summon it anytime that you want. So yeah, on your turn, it can be special summon instantly. Give your opponent a token. Now, I'm going to read to you exactly, and I never knew this about Mithra because I never played it this way. I just played it by you can just have this and then distribute. No, there's another thing about Mithra. So if this card is in your hand, you can activate this effect. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck. You're not playing an extra deck, so it's not going to affect you. Now, also special summon this card, and if you do, special summon a vassal token of a Thunder Light. Give it to your opponent. In defense position. If this card is tributed for a tribute summon, you can activate this effect. You can tribute summon 1 monster during your main phase this turn, in addition to your normal summon. I never thought of that. Tribute, bring out, the effect is another tribute. I never knew this effect. I never played it that way. I was just playing, okay, tribute, but not the effect you can do an additional tribute. I never played it that way. Because I just never knew that effect, or I just never paid attention to that effect. I just paid attention to it's just a monster that you can have out in the counter for your tribute. That's it. Never knew it. Morph, right? So Morph, right, is okay. Pendulum. In your pendulum zone. Destroy it. Special summon onto the field. Draw a card. Tribute. Banished when sent away. Now it is a light, so okay. Does not matter, but as long as you have an extra tribute. Contribute. Now, my last tech card in here. This is what my friend told me. Like, he just said, why don't you play this? And I never thought of playing it, but I use it for my... I was using it for my Dark Lords because, yeah, Dark Lords are darks. Why not put in Dark Honest? use Dark Honest in the deck. Just like the regular Honest, except regular Honest counted on your monster for a light monster, increase the attack points. Dark Honest is for your dark monsters. Here's the difference between the regular Honest and the Dark Honest. Dark Honest, decrease your opponent's attack points to 0. Regular Honest, increase your attack points on your monster that you're choosing. Your light monster. So yeah, similarity. So Dark Honest, decrease the attack points to your opponent. Regular Honest, increase your attack points to your monster. Dark Honest. He told me, why not run Dark Honest? I thought of doing that. Now it's called Dark Honest. Before, I wish it was called Dishonest. Not Dark Honest, but they made it Dark Honest. And just like the regular Honest, yeah. Summon it, comes back to your hand if you're going to do that effect. So, Dark Honest. So you see how it's a little different? There is no Majesty's Fiend, no Majesty's Fiend, no Dark Arm Dragon, no Ether. See? It's all most likely darks. Your only lights are right here. Everything else, yeah. It's darks, and then, yeah, only on Caius. So you see how different this is? Tenacity, your searcher. Reveal a 24 or a 28 attack and 1,000 defenser. Reveal it to your opponent. Search for any magic or trap that you want. Once per turn, your searcher. Pantheism, the draw power to the deck. Send away Pantheism, send away another magic or trap. Send them to the graveyard. Draw 2 cards. Once per turn. Banish this card away. Search for any 3 cards that you want of any magic or trap. And that's Pantheism. Only that effect once per turn is banishing and reveal any 3. The combo for the Monarchs. Your domain. Domain of the true Monarchs. You have this on the field. Tributed monsters that you have. They'll gain a boost up of 800 attack if you declare an attack, not your opponent when you declare an attack. As well as also the big effect for the domain. You have a tributed monster on the field. You have domain on the field. Your opponent cannot play from the extra deck. Lock your opponent from playing from the extra deck. That's what it is. That's what it is. They cannot play from there. They cannot do it. And you can count this as another tribute. As long as you're tributing a 28 attacker. Can't be like your 24 and then count this as your 1. No, it has to be 28. That's the whole point of the Monarch deck. And you cannot play an extra deck. And you cannot play cards from your extra deck. You're not playing an extra deck. That's it. Domain. And yeah, like what I told you about Pantheism, reveal the 3. You can even go like this. Domain, domain, domain. Your opponent has to choose one. But they possibly don't want to give me my shiny domain, so they just want to give me a regular domain. That's what you can do. Then you got Stormforth. Sorry about the black right there, the blackness right there. Let's do this a bit. And there we go. Okay, so yeah. Sorry about the blackness right there. I had to send away my wire away right there. So to charge up my it's charging up my video camera. Alright, so Monarch Stormforth. Not a targeting effect, but you are hitting a monster. Count this as your tribute. So you can even go. Okay, so you have domain out. Stormforth. Hit a monster. Count domain. As your double tribute. As long as you're gonna tribute for a 28 attacker, or just take away 1 and play for your regular Caius or the Edios. And there you have it. Same thing. Reveal my 3... okay, so Pantheism. Reveal my 3 Monarch Storm 4th. My opponent has nothing but to deal with Storm 4th. And then just march and return. What I want to start off with, what my combo I always want to start off with is have Domain, Attributed Monster, and March on the field. Because Domain, yeah, you're going to stop your opponent. You need Attributed Monster, so that's why Attributed Monster. And then reason why March, it's because Attributed Summon Monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. And also, neither player can target with them card effects. That's the main combo piece I want to start off with. And then Return of the Monarchs, I don't mind having that out, but it's very, very useful. Return of the Monarchs, can I special summon monsters from the extra deck? You're not playing an extra deck. Then, when you have a Attributed Monster on the field, whenever you tribute summon, search for a So then, you're going to search for a Attributed Monster with a 28 or 24 of a different name, add it to your hand. So another searcher. So you're going to keep on searching, getting monsters, getting monsters, getting monsters. Now that's for the magic cards of the Monarchs. Okay. Spell card soul exchange. Okay, if you saw this one, you'll just see it once again. Spell card soul exchange. Just like the regular soul exchange. So, soul exchange. We know the original soul exchange. Yeah. Target a monster. You play whatever tribute monster you're going to be playing. Cannot attack. Spell card soul exchange. As many as you want to make your tribute, and you can declare an attack. Spell card soul exchange. You are playing a lot of darks. So and then not a lot of special summoning. So I was playing Pot of Dualities. That didn't go as well for me. Well, it went okay, but if you want to go a bit more faster and more quicker, and if you are playing a lot of dark monsters, Allure Darkness. Draw power to hopefully you're gonna get your Monarchs that, hopefully you can get some monsters that you need. Or get the magic cards that you need automatically. Allure Darkness, of course. Draw 2 cards, banish away a dark monster. And then Prime of the Monarch and Monarch Perfection. Prime of the Monarch you're going to want in your graveyard. What you can do with Prime of the Monarch is, okay, if you want on the field, which I'm not going to depend on, is once per turn, when this card, you can target up to 2 spell or trap cards in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck, shuffle, draw 1 card. That's if it's on the field. But if it's in the graveyard, you can remove and play a Monarch, Magic, or Trap, revive this right back as a token. So another token you have on the field. Well, a monster you have, but it's a token. Monarch Perfection. It's a new card that came out, and it is very, very useful. Once per chain, if your opponent special summons a monster or monsters, and you control a tribute summon monster, except during the damage step, you can banish 1 spell or trap card of a Monarch, and apply one of the following effects of this trap card, which is rather 1. You destroy 1 card on the field, 1 monster on the field. 2. Destroy up to 2 spell or trap cards on the field. 3. Discard 1 random card from your opponent's hand. 4. Destroy 1 face down card on the field. 5. Banish 1 card on the field. Place 1 card from the top of the card on top of the deck. Or 6. Banish 1 card on the field. You have 6 effects. You can only choose 1. But what is possibly the best one to do? Banish 1 card on the field. And it's only once per turn. And And that is right here, the deck. A tributed deck of a Monarch, I'm sure it can go against possibly any deck, if you know how to play this correctly. And it's not hard to play, because it's tributing. A thing that could be tricky a lot is if you're playing a lot of special summonings. This one you're just tributing. And then, yeah, with your domain, that's it. You're just going to stop your opponent. So yeah, Dark Honest, never thought of doing it. And then you are using a lot of dark monsters. And then why not just a regular Caius? And now, yeah, it's depending on Caius. Dark. Dark, dark, dark. I'm sure, like, if you're going against game 1, of course, your opponent's going to be shocked. Game 2, I know your opponent's going to possibly know, okay, we got to play we got to play cards that are going to stop dark monsters. Or or the main card I hate so much with against tributed decks is Massive Restrict. I hate that damn card, because that is no one can tribute summon, and then you're stuck. Now, of course, yeah, I know that for sure. Now, imagine that. I know particularly, of course, my opponent, Ash Blossom, they're gonna infinite permanents. They're gonna stop those effects. But here's the thing, though. They just stop the effect. They will not destroy them. So even if you play like Caius, I'm gonna banish. No, I'm gonna Ash Blossom it. Fine. They're just Ash Blossom. They're just gonna Ash Blossom the effect, but they're not stopping. They're not killing my monster. It's just stop the effect of banishing cards. Banish anything. All right, fine. I can still declare an attack. Or I just have another monster in the field. Or fine. Remember, if I have Dark Honest. Fine then. Ash Blossom, okay, no effect. But attack, or when it comes down to your opponent, declare an attack, Dark Honest. And then just, yeah, I love Caius. My favorite out of all. Now, okay, what gets fun for me is, what if you create your deck as a name? Maybe a song too, like, you know, think of a song that might put into your head, or you're just going to put it like right next to you, and then you're going to have it out, and then you're going to hear it. It gets fun if you can create your deck as an actual name as well. Like, of course, yeah, it's like, this deck is creative. No one's going to play Dark Honest in a Monarch deck. No one's going to play Monarch. I've seen decks, they don't even play the actual different kind of Monarchs. It's just Erebus and Ether. And then they'll put in still the Vanity's Fiend and Majesty's Fiend. They're not going to do this. So yeah, have some fun. And yeah, this deck could be like, yeah, it's competitive. But fun competitive. I would count it fun competitive. Not competitive where you are using, of course, yeah, the infinite permanences. Nibirius, freaking, you know, Ash Blossom, Ghost Ogre, Forbidden Droplets, Evac Veilers, yeah. That's competitive, but me, competitive fun, this is to me. Competitive fun. Let's count it competitive fun. Because, yeah, there is a lot of plays you can do with this deck. So then, how am I making my deck now? Alright, let's create it as the name of, okay, okay. This is how I named my deck, okay. Shadow, right? Caius of the Shadow Monarch. And then Caius the Mega Monarch. So, okay, because I love Caius so much, yeah, so Caius the Shadow Monarch. I named my deck into naming it Shadow Garden. Why? It's because, okay, if you've seen the anime Eminence in the Shadow, yeah, that almost sounds correct already to me. Eminence in the Shadow is dark. Fiends are dark. And then that main character, I think his main name was Sid, and created an organization called Shadow Garden. That anime is so awesome to me. He's so powerful, and in his okay, so pretty much he had like 2 lives. His first, he was called Sid. In the second life, you know, he died and then went into another world, and He's still called Sid, but in his organization, if he created all, what is his name? His nickname? He calls himself Shadow. I loved Eminence in the Shadow. And then his organization was a dark kind of organization that dealt with dark. So it's a dark kind of organization type of thing. Because, yeah, it's like, okay, hunts in the shadow. So, yeah, you're hunting. So it's like, yeah, you're going berserk. What does organization look like? It's almost like it's dark. So why not have it dark and just, you know, have some fun? Create your deck as a name. Because, yeah, Caius the Shadow Monarch. Okay, yeah, in the show, he's called Shadow. And then I just love for how, like, crazy, you know, the anime is. Like, I just love it. Of course, there's a little love story to it. It's a whole bunch of action of what he's so powerful. He's awesome. I just loved Eminence in the Shadow. I know there's 2 seasons right now. And I believe there's a 3rd one or a movie coming out soon. I believe that's in 2026. Or another 3rd season. Oh my god, it's just so awesome. So yeah, feel free to check it out for yourself if you haven't checked out the anime. But for me, I just loved it. It was so awesome, well done. And then yeah, Shadow. So Caius the Shadow Monarch, why not Shadow? And then this is your your deck, your army, whatever you want to call it. So, you know, have some fun. And then that's why I called it, this is my Shadow Garden deck. Because yeah, in the anime, that's his organization. He's called Shadow Garden. Shadow Garden. His name in that anime, Shadow. It's a dark. This is dark. See, dark monsters. So you get the idea why I called it Shadow Garden. I'll show you a video of how this deck is played. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe. Speak to y'all later.